This is going to be a heavy one. Today we are going to do another build. However, I have not used this case yet, and I was already told that there might be a small mistake because this is not Micronics, this is Wizmax. Didn't I write it wrong? No, Wizmax. So apparently they are selling this case under a few different names, and they were very eager for me to check it out. So I'm happy to do so, and today we're going to do a first build on camera inside of the Wizmax. Oh crap, it says here Wizmax. Yeah, let's just... Yeah, they told me that it might come in a different box, and I thought the box was like Micronics and not like... Yeah, my mistake. So today we are going to do another build, and today it's going to be inside of the Wizmax ML420BT. Now this is supposed to be a big chunk. We got 420 support, we got all kinds of stuff. Let's see what we can do in here. Please don't touch the light. And I touched the light. This is a big sucker. High quality styrofoam. Okay, you might not recognize it yet, but this is quite close to the Silence Gleam case. I can recognize the top panel. It has the same, like exactly the same top. We got the two USB 3.0 Type A's and one Type C, if you can see it there. And the main difference I can see right now is the fact that Silence has the glass front and Wizmax doesn't. Wizmax has a mesh front in the top, like with a square design, which does look kind of cool, I will say. But we got a very, very, very similar setup here. Oh, how interesting. Oh yeah, we get like blacked out, a bit shadowy type of glass side panel. Also feels like 3, probably 4 millimeters thick. Anyway, we got a lot that we can slap into here. I can see 3 fans which are already pre-installed in the front. They are all 4-pin PWM, and if you have seen the Silent Gleam review, you know why it's important that they are 4-pin PWM, because the controller can't handle 3-pin, and I believe this is the exact same controller. So there are differences to the Silent Gleam case. We got the same sidewise intake. In the top we got, I believe, yeah, 420 if we don't use chunky radiators on the side and on the top, and otherwise we can fit 3 120s or 3 140s, which is fine, or which is really a lot. And in the front we got pre-installed, or maybe I will remove the panel. And in the front, we got 3 140mm fans pre-installed. So if you want to get the case going, I believe this is somewhat ready to go. The fans might or might not be loud, that's a different question, which we'll try to answer later, but seems to be a ready to go case. And we can do some like really big stuff in here. So what should we do? Okay, give me a minute. Whew, okay, so I want to build something on the stronger side today. So what we're going to do is Intel. This is the Z790 PG Riptide. I think PG Riptide Lightning. No, PG Riptide Wi-Fi. And for that, we are going also use my kind of brand new 4900K that has been sitting in the shelf for like the last year, and I have actually never opened it. This thing is still like glued together. Ta-da! Yeah, worst unboxing of the year. I love how Intel packages these things. This is like a microwave on its own. A 4900K, this is going to be fun. And I wanted to see if a SilverStone IceMyst, the 420 edition, which is like one of the, if not the best AIO I have tested so far, if that thing can handle a 4900K on its own. And to combine all of that, we got the 4090. And because I know the case already pretty well, I know we have that one intake in the bottom. And for that, we have this single IceMyst 160mm fan using 140mm holes, which is like really, really freaking good. And that way we are like cooling wise all Silverstone and the rest case fans. Oh, I need some case fans in the top as well. Oh. So you know what? Because the breathing area is actually big enough, I will just grab like another IceMyst fan and then we will install another one in the top, or maybe even 2, because why not? But I will grab more of those, and that way we can see if the IceMyst is actually capable of handling this puppy here unchained and without like any adjustments to whatever in BIOS, just like regular 4900K. But yeah, let's start. No, I can feel the electricity bill going up. Oh, that's another 200 watts right there. Oh yeah. Ready. Okay, base system. Why is this is like basically useless? Oh, this was meant to keep this here in place. Yeah, that didn't work out that well. Anyway, we got a nice little box of goodies, zip ties, motherboard standoffs, and all kind of stuff. Here are the motherboard screws, which we have like 3 times as much as we need. So let's start assembling the base system here. Yeah, the GPU bracket is like kinda in the way here. Okay, so I need to go with this here first. Yeah, that way I can get it in. Nice. Okay, the other thing that you might or might not remember about Wizmax Case, the tolerances here are a lot tighter. Like 1 screw at the very top, 1 screw at the very bottom, both fit perfectly. So tolerance-wise, the holes for the motherboard are where they are supposed to be. Believe me, is not always the case. Yeah, and the back panel is straight. And I think I used the same motherboard in the Monta case. Like there is nothing that has moved. It's back to how it is supposed to look like. I'm not sure how that exactly works because I do know that there are like 3 or 4 different manufacturers for cases actually, which are doing like the metal work. It's not like every company has its own like manufacturing process and everything. So everybody goes to one of the 4 and then they get the stuff spec'd out and then they do this stuff and all. But I guess there are differences. Like even with like the same setup, the same base, there are differences. Definitely differences here. For today, we are going to first do the cable management, because that's going to save us a lot of time later. Oh yeah, where are they? Black sleeves cables, because why not? Okay, like 3/4 of the PC are already together. Yeah, let's just make this look a little bit prettier. Now let's get to the AIO. So I believe I want the cables to go to the left side. Yeah, there are holes. So to the left side. And unfortunately, I need to reverse all of the fans. So they are going to pull air from the inside of the case and then push it out through the radiator. And oh yeah, they're all like daisy chainable. Which means that we want something... Yeah, no, that's already wrong. That's already very, very wrong. So we want something like this here. Oh no, I remember. There was like an order in which you needed to mount the 3 fans. Otherwise, the whole thing just wouldn't fit. Yeah, I remember that. Okay, so fan 1, fan 2, and fan 3. Yeah, and that's the way, just like that, that's the way how everything should be mounted, otherwise the cable won't be long enough. Oh, damn, no, I did a mistake. I can leave them as they are, exactly as they are, because what I wanted to do is recycle the air like from the front and then push it immediately out so that the CPU gets only cold air, and then the bottom fan here is actually like responsible for the GPU and stuff, and the one in the back and the 1 or 2 in the top are going to pull out the rest. I know that isn't necessarily the absolute best setup, but I think for the CPU at least, which is going to be the hottest component like by far, I think that's the ideal state. Yeah, let's just try that. Whew. Okay, and now let's pre-mount this sucker on the side before we attach it to the CPU. Yes, somewhat like that. And I will try to figure out the cables later. Let's first try to somehow not make this fall all the time. Can I do something? Oh yeah, look, it's... Thank you, pump. Or do I want the tube's bottom? Are the tubes long enough to go down and like... I don't know. I don't know if they are long enough for that. Is this long enough? This is actually long enough, but I kind of doubt that the GPU will still fit in here. Yeah, there is no way. There is no way. It's either going to be tubes up, or it's going to be the AIO in the top, but then I need to find some like reverse spinning fans from the side, which I just don't want to do. So no. Okay, we are doing the normal route. Not the normal route, the other route. Do I have some thermal paste? Yeah, I got some of that awful cool Apex here. Recharge. Whew, the thing is coming together. We just got like a bit too much cabling going on here, like around the pump, but I mean, it's not a lot that I can do about that one. I think the last piece of the puzzle is intake and exhaust using those SilverStone fans. So I'm going to slap one of them in the bottom, as I said, and then I believe two in the top, just to like fill the build with something. And yeah, very easily removable panel. So I guess let's do that. There are no case screws in this box here. A magic box full of screws. I know I could remove the panel, but removing the panel requires roughly as much unscrewing as just leaving it in. So I'm just going to leave it in. Hell yeah. Now, the last one in the bottom. No, it doesn't fit anymore. The AIO is too chunky. Ah, crap. Crap. Does like a regular 25mm fan still fit? No. Can't I like push the AIO slightly? We don't need that much. It's... Yeah, okay, we need a bit much. Crap. Are the holes like positioned far away enough? Yeah, okay, I can still make a regular 120mm fan fit. So, what should we do? Yeah, okay, let's find some SilverStone 120mm fan. Okay, I got here a SilverStone APA 1225H12. I'm sure it has like a model name, but that's just like the first random SilverStone 120mm fan that I could find, and that one we're going to use now, because I don't want to lose that bottom intake spot, because it's just too goddamn useful. So I'm going to run with that one. Whew. Okay, let's finish up the cable management here. Okay, now two things left. First off, GPU. Oh no, this needs to go back where it belongs. I think this way. No, that was definitely wrong. Am I stupid? Oh no, it goes in from the front. Sorry, my mistake. Yeah, that makes more sense. Or, oh, this is back. What's up with me now? So let's slap in the GPU first, and then a last little surprise. Oh yeah, I need to move this one here. Thank you. And now we got that ugly ass looking cable that I don't have an extension for. I'm sorry for that. And I don't know what happened with my contacts at CableMod, but like nobody's answering my mails anymore. Ta-da! Okay, I mean the case is somewhat finished. Now I just need to close everything. Which way was it? I think this way. I don't like these clips. But I still like the cable management inside of this chassis. That works just fine. But we got another little surprise. Because this is still the SilverStone AIO. And what's so special about this one are those little fans here. And I do believe that a 4900K, if it pulls like everything it got, you might want some additional like VRM cooling to, you know, not light that thing on fire. So I thought let's add two of them, because like already one is like a huge gain in performance. So let's add two of them and have some of that VRM maybe not die on us. And that way I can also hide these like ugly looking cables. Haha, let's turn this one. Got some VRM cooling, we hit the cables, got some RAM cooling. Now the last piece, and ta-da! PC finished. And now all we gotta do is find out if this thing lights on fire. Okay, so I have most of the testing done by now. And first off, I believe nothing can handle a 4900K Unchained all the time. I really tried my best. And no, if I hit it really hard, it will jump to like 310, sometimes 320 watts, but the CPU will hit 100 degrees C, which is odd for a few reasons. First, I thought TJ Max was always set to 95. Apparently it's not, it's 100. And apparently like PL1, PL2 is still a thing if you don't change it by hand. I also thought that was nowadays with the new like motherboard versions, it was just give whatever you can. But also no, it clocked down to 250 watts after like a minute. And then of course the temperature dropped to like 80, high 80s, 88 degrees on the package. And yeah, of course, P-cores are way harder than E-cores and stuff. But no, this setup cannot handle a Unchained 4900K. But I still believe like as long as you don't come like with a dual red setup, nothing can handle 300 plus watts, except of course if you start optimizing stuff in BIOS. I'm sure I can get the temperature down to 90 if I limit the V-core a bit there. But yeah, that's that. On the bright side though, the RAM sticks are really cold, like 30 something degrees, and all the sensors around the CPU are also really cold. So we got that going. But overall, the setup works fine for what we have in here. A 4900K is not easy to handle. So yeah, no. But the AIO does its job as well as it can. Everything does its job as well as it can. For the setup as a whole, I really like it. The whole black thing with a bit of silver and like white RGB, I do like all of that. And to my very surprise, I thought it would be like negative pressure inside because we got 1, 2, 3 140mm outs. 4 140mm outs, given 3 of them are sitting on the radiator, so they are somewhat restricted. And in the top we got another 2, which are actually 160mm out. And for intake we got 3 unrestricted 140s and 1 120. And if I calculate all of that in my head, I thought it would be negative. But no, if I hit it with some of that fog, like if it would be negative, and please correct me if I'm wrong how I'm saying it, but if there would be more air going in than out, no, more air going out than in, then air should be going through the cracks and then finding its way into the case. On the flip side, if we got more air in than out, then you should see some amount of like air being pushed out in the cracks, but it's actually not the case. The fog is being sucked in. So it's exactly the type of setup that I like. Because like if you have air being sucked in through the cracks, you can be sure that you will get a lot of dust. And the other way around, you have less dust, not zero, but less dust. And it's generally like the better setup. But no, air is being sucked in, and it's being sucked in like really nice. Look how all of that is being sucked in there on the side. And you see, through the cracks, nothing. It just stays there. And then most of it is going to be like pulled towards the fans, and the fans are pushing it in. But see, there is still like fog here. Wow. Or maybe it's even neutral at this point, because otherwise something... No, I think we built a neutral one here. Anyway, I believe it looks cool. That's that. You can leave me your opinions in the comments. I know the whole Mickey Mouse theme with the AIO, but I don't really mind. I think the added cooling power of those little mini fans is just, it's great. But a 4900K, that thing is basically uncoolable. If you don't optimize it to some degree, nothing will cool that thing down like by default. Intel just went crazy on that CPU. But okay, for today, I think this is going to be it. I'm going to start writing my review, my take on this case, which is going to be quite funny given that I just reviewed this case like last week, just with a different front panel, which is interesting. And I don't know how I'm going to write that down without being mean to somebody. I don't know. But on the bright side, I can control all of the included fans. That's something that the Wizmax case can do, so that's that. But okay, for today, I believe this is going to be it. Now I need to remove all of this fog here from the room. Yeah, that's going to take a while. But if you want to continue, maybe have a look at our take on the SilverStone AIO, because that thing is just a monster, given the 4900K is even a bigger monster. But that's a different story. But okay, for today, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye.